Hi and welcome to this video, and in this video we're going to be looking at how to deal with uneven terrain when you're trying to lay down a spline. So what we can see here is we've got some uneven terrain and we want to lay, say, some cones for a track along here, and we want to make sure that our cones follow the terrain. So normally we would be in version 1.1 and beyond using a spline to kind of go from one place to another. So there is a couple of ways to achieve this. So one way we can do it is we can say, hey, look, I want to go from there to there. So there's my spline, and my track's going to go from this point here over to here, and then we've got a terrain issue, an undulating terrain issue underneath here. So we'll go get some nice glowy balls here and stick them on the spline here and press Ctrl A. So now we've got a line, and we'll delete our original object, so we don't need the original object. Okay, so now we have a line, a line of glowing balls which are going to be where our track or our course goes, but of course it's just going through the air at the moment and we don't really want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the spline with Shift D. So now we've just got those balls, and let's do a bigger box select here. You can get all of those balls selected like that, and I can just press dot and it conforms all of those balls to the terrain really quite nicely. I've got a couple missing here by the looks of things, so I just box selected them and pressed dot as well, and now my balls that I laid as part of my track are just following the terrain perfectly. Now that's one way, that's a fairly easy way of doing it, but it does have a bit of a caveat, which is that if the distance that it's got to move the ball up, so if you're tunnelling through terrain, so if you're going under the terrain, if the distance it's got to move the ball up is more than a couple of meters, then it just won't try to move it or leave it where it is. However, if you're above the terrain, then it doesn't matter, it will move it any distance down onto the ground. So if I was just to delete this again, so let's come in here and delete that, we'll get a spline, and this time we'll go from there to there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this spline up directly above this terrain like this, so it's right up high now. And we'll go get our things that we want to lay down on the terrain. So there we go, put it on the spline, populate it, delete the original, right, and then do Shift D to delete the spline. So this is now just a line of balls in the air. I can select them all and press dot, and it will just conform them straight to the ground like that. Really super easy. And that's probably the easiest way to deal with a track, is to lay your spline that you want your track to follow along the ground, and then just select all the points and move them directly upwards, put the balls onto the spline, and then delete the spline, select everything, press dot, and Bob's your uncle, you've now got a track following the terrain. Okay, that's it, and I'll see you on the next video.